Welcome back out to the shop. We're working on my dad's Jeep again tonight. This is part 2 of the YJ build. We're gonna take the top off of here, drain the oil out of it, and just start getting at this engine. I'd like to get it dressed up right here on the stand as quick as I can, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna switch you guys onto the time lapse and see what you can see. Probably not very good at that angle, can you? All right, here we go. Runs. Is that what you like to do?
You want to go for a run? You want to go outside? You want to go outside?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay, I'll be out in a minute. We've got this guy broken down a little bit more. Still looks good. Still looks pretty good inside. You can see there is some wearing on the cam lobes. There's some wearing on the cylinder walls, so it is not a brand new fresh rebuild, but they didn't claim that it was a brand new fresh rebuild. They said about 120,000 miles. I could probably see that. And based on that, I could probably also see where we might be losing some compression on that lobe right there, but I don't know. I'm not an engine guy. I don't know enough to know. I know enough to be dangerous. I'm an IT guy. I know the concepts. What I also think is I know that this is good enough for us to go ahead and throw oil pan back on it, new seals, put it all together, and then I can start working on another car. So I'm in good shape. I'm gonna keep going on it, but that's what the inside looks like. So, still no red flags, which is good. Again, we're kind of hoping to knock this out quick, so I'd rather not have any surprises. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. I got the gasket surface on the block cleaned. Got the degreaser on the oil pan, so I've got to come back tomorrow. I got to get some more cleaning done there, and then we'll put it back together. But I've run out of time tonight, so be back in a minute. Project to you guys. Since then, I hurt my back really bad, and it's been like a week or two. So I am not making as much progress as I wanted, but that's kind of normal for this shop. So we're behind schedule, under budget, over budget, something. Anyway, I got the oil pan cleaned up. I got the engine basically ready to start putting the stuff back onto it. I have some seals ready to go onto it. So today, well, now in this video, we're going to try to get that done, try to get the oil pan gasket back on here, get it flipped over, put the valve cover gasket on it, and then we're going to get the Jeep in and start draining fluids out of it. So we're going to get as far as we can, but my goal is to just not hurt my back. So do some work, get as much done as we can, but also not re-injure my back. So we'll see how far we get.
I can do it. I can do it. But if I do it, it's going to hurt my back. It so sucks to be in this situation. I want my back to heal. Once it heals, I'll be back to normal. But until then, I know I can flip that over. But if I do it, I'm going to hurt my back. All right, I need to get that flipped over, but I think I'm gonna call in for some reinforcements. Meantime, I've got to clean the valve cover gasket, so we'll be back.
Putting the Jeep in to the barn. I think the engine has a little bit of a problem. What do you think, Mark?
I think she's dead. We're close to it. Well, time for some new non-smoky engine.
I can't see it here, Mark.
We're gonna get the fan going.
Yeah. What's that?
The smoke in here is pretty crazy.
It is smoking.
Well, my dad came in and helped me get the engine rotated over, and then we pulled the Jeep in so that we can start working on it. As my back starts to feel better, I can reach and bend and grab. All this stuff's got to come out of there, and then the engine's going to come out of there, and then we're going to put some of the stuff like the power steering and other bits and pieces from here onto that engine as we put it back in place. So I'm going to keep tinkering along with this. I got this I can clean up. I got some gaskets I can put on there. Not going to make as much progress as I wanted, as quickly as I wanted, but you know what? That's part of being human, I guess. So, but that's it for now. We'll see you guys again in a minute when we make some progress. First thing we got to do, I'm going to drain the fluids. Try to get that water roll out of there. See how bad this is. Not too bad. You got some mixture of the water and oil there, but doesn't look like it was too bad. Well, it wasn't driven much once it popped. So we'll clean that out a little bit, but gonna get that water out. There we go. First step. Yeah, you're just in time. I need you to crank on that thing for me. Hold on now, let me stop this oil from dripping all over the floor.
This thing is, the engine's less than half a ton.
Yep. How much is it, half a ton? All right, jack it up.
Ton is
Keep going,
2,000
keep going.
pounds?
Go, 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 go. Yep, that's right.
1,000 pounds then.
So this engine's probably only about 400 pounds.
How much do you think the Jeep is in total?
4,112.
So 2 tons.
Yep. Keep going. We're gonna try to go as high as we can and get this guy right out the top. Are we gonna make it? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. We're gonna make it. Roll.
What?
Keep going. Is it going? It's still going, isn't it? Keep going. It's gonna be close. Keep going. All the way up until it stops going. Or until we can get it out of that hole.
How would you tell it would
It'll stop going.
Like, I won't be able to push it down?
This won't go up anymore.
Oh.
Getting close. Alright, pull back on this. Pull back even. Pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now, how do we let this down safely?
Well, we do it very carefully. First, we gotta stop. We gotta get something in there to catch that oil. Where's that coming from? Oil is dripping out of the intake manifold. Wow, that is a mess. That is a nasty mess. Wow.
Will we get to take this engine apart?
Yes, we will get to take this engine apart. Alright, for now, let's just set it right on the ground. We're going to be done tonight. Actually, not on the ground. Let's set it on this thing.
The phone thing, so it doesn't have a dent in the floor?
So it doesn't dent the oil pan. Well, there you have it. Engine is out of the Jeep. It took us 2 hours and 20 minutes between last night and tonight. That's 2 hours and 20 minutes. We got the engine out. It is on the stand. And we are about ready to start prepping the new one to go in. But that's not going to be tonight. That's going to be another night because it's time for me to give my back a rest again. But look at this here. That is oil dripping out of the intake manifold from the inside there. Harlan, grab this light. Hold this. It's pulled up. It's pulled it over there. Hold it over there. Yeah, keep more, right there. It is pulled up in there. It almost looks like it's a oil and coolant mix a little bit. But it is dripping right out of the vacuum line. Ooh, doggy. She's hurt. So that's it for tonight. We're going to set it on the ground, get it out of our way, and start getting a new one in. That's probably going to take longer than 2 hours to get the new one in. But let's get to it. We're back. It's the next night. Tonight what I need to do is I need to figure out if there's anything on this motor or on that motor that I need that I can't source from this shop. So I need to figure out if I need to buy any parts, whether that's a clutch, pilot bearing, any bits and pieces. I need to make sure that I can order it, because my dad stopped by today and we got talking, and it is a little bit difficult to get the engine back into the Jeep because you have to line up the bolts and the pins, and all that stuff has to be lined up perfectly for it to slide in. If you force it, you can break stuff. So he is going to have some of my brothers come and help him and me and Harlan put it back in, because if you have a lot of people holding it, this is a little engine, it'll make it go a ton easier. Probably a little bit of overkill. I can do it myself. I have done it myself, but it certainly will be easier to have a lot of people that can push, pull, and pry to put it back together without damaging it. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to go over this thing tip to tail to see if there's anything I need to buy and get in here and get mounted on the engine to put in there before Saturday. So that means I've got tonight, which is Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday to get this thing ready to go back in the engine bay. So here we go. This is pretty bizarre. First of all, we see we've got a little chunk there. Right in the unit there. And then we see exhaust ports here and here. Actually, the back three exhaust ports have a lot of moisture and oil in them. And then the intake ports, if you look, I don't know if you can see in there, but there is like oil pulled up on the valves. That is crazy. I wish I could show you. I wish I could see for sure if the camera could get that. But that is nuts. That is nuts. I can't wait to tear this thing open and see what it looks like on the inside. What exactly failed. I don't know. I mean, I can guess what would cause the intake ports to fill up with oil like that. But wow, that is crazy. Oh, and you know what? It's probably this front cylinder, because the back ones have oil coming out, but the front one is dry. You see that one's dry? So the front one wasn't pumping any oil back out the exhaust. Maybe that's where the oil was coming in. Yeah, there's none pulled up on it. Oh, it's the front cylinder. The front one let go. Oh, this is cool. Anyway, making progress. Got some of the stuff off of it and almost done with this block. And then we'll start moving stuff over here. We do need to get a clutch. So this clutch, I thought it was going to be in good shape, but I saw here it's got broken springs in the plate there. It actually looks like we're pretty close to catastrophic failure on the clutch anyway. So no sense in even considering using a used clutch. We'll get a new one. We're in here. We're doing it. We're going to keep going. That's cool. All right, show us your hands. See? Dirty hands, clean money. Although he's not getting paid, he gets free education out of this deal. Hey, well, that's it for now. We have determined we need a clutch kit, pilot bearing, various odds and ends, engine mounts, but everything we need, we know we need it, and it's on order, and Grampa's going to pick it up for us. So The next step for me is to finish putting manifold on engine and prepping this engine to go back in. Grandpa, my dad, has arranged for a couple of my brothers to come over and help put it in on Saturday morning. Today is Wednesday. That means I've got to have this engine ready to poke back in by Friday night. So I got to assemble the clutch kit, put all the seals back on the new motor, put the manifolds on it, all that stuff. But that is coming up in the next video. This video is long enough. I'm going to stop it here. We've got it out. We've got the old one done. The new one's ready. We just got to finish assembling it and put it in. So in the next video, this is part 2. The next video, we're going to put the engine's going to go in and we're going to see it run. That's the next video. And at the end of the next video, we'll pull that one apart and figure out what went wrong with it. So this, unless something goes really wrong, which I hope it doesn't, will be a 3-part series. This is part 2. Check out part 1 in the corner. I don't remember which corner it is. Check out part 1 in the other corner, and part 2. This is part 2, and then part 3 will be next. So if you're new here, or if you just are passing by, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you again. Right? Hit the like button.
Yeah.
If you liked it. Thank you so much for stopping out. We'll see you guys on the next one.